Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to the Johnny Guitar channel. Today we are playing Fallout 76 Atlantic City, and once again we are here in Atlantic City trying to figure out if a low-level player could survive and live and thrive even in Atlantic City alone without ever going into Appalachia. So, I know in the last episode we ended off at the municipal building. Because I ended the game, today we actually have loaded in near the vertibird. So yeah, oh, okay. Boom. Cooking station. And is it hooked up to my stash? It is. Okay, this is good. This is good to know. And is that a bloody bed? Okay. Because in the last episode we checked out the boardwalk as well as the casino quarter, and we were kind of looking for ways to survive, meaning beds, merchants. I feel like we're going to be getting a lot more of that here in the flooded city center. We're gonna have more opportunities to find ways to survive. I'm hoping we can find more crafting benches. Glad to know that there is a cooking workbench near the vertibird. Otherwise, the flooded city center here is going to be a lot more dangerous than the other districts. So we're going to have to be careful. I'm pretty sure there are enemies pretty much everywhere. Seems like the overgrown are definitely taking over armor workbench. Okay. I'm excited. So it appears, if we've been tracking this correctly, it appears like the boardwalk is mostly controlled by the showman. The weapons workbench, oh dear sweet, I love it. Explosives. And I believe there was we've seen a couple Tinker's workbenches, one in the basements of the Neapolitan Casino in the casino quarters. Can I grab those? Have I seen a chemistry bench yet? That... Okay, I don't care. Okay, cool. So it seems like, what was I saying? Oh, yes. The showmen control the boardwalk. The mobsters control casino quarter, and the Moonies control the flooded city center. And the Moonies are the municipal workers.
This place is a pocket of paradise.
Okay, awesome.
We're gonna get after the war. You know where I could get
a civilian station, Okay, can't do that. Can't play. You know, so yes, I'm seeing a lot of beds here and there, but I mean mostly sleeping bags if we're being honest. I'd kind of like to see an actual bed would be nice. Okay, I think we need to go down now.
Buttercup, and you'll regret it.
So as I said, let's do a bit of exploring here. So this is going to be a really fun area for a new player because they're going to have to be very crafty. But because there are workbenches here, like a armor workbench and a weapons workbench, this may be the only place a low-level player can go to upgrade certain gear. So yes, it will be quite interesting. Now there was a place to sleep. There's no place to sleep in the casino quarter. Spoiler alert. There was a place to sleep in the boardwalk, but it would require the marsupial mutation or a jetpack. So with that in mind, I would think a low-level player could then... Okay, where are we at? I gotta keep looking up to kind of orientate myself. Okay. A low-level player could then work in the boardwalk area, gamble in the casino area, but actually live here in the flooded city center. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of enemies. I swear, though, that the the Mooney building somewhere. And I believe there is a chem station. Warehouse key. Sweet, I have the warehouse key. Awesome. I have the warehouse key because part of the Russo family quest line must bring me to this location. That's it. Okay. Okay, we're gonna be sneaking past a lot of enemies, it appears. Okay, I feel like we've gone into a new side of town. So you have the initial area, because there's no map of this, everybody. There's no, like, overhead map I could really look at. So we have that initial area where the vertibird is. We went through a couple alleyways, cut through a building, and now we appear to be in a new area. Okay. Not seeing a lot of NPCs about. Wait. Nope. We're back here now. We're back here. Okay, got it. We were not in a new area. Thanks, game. For a moment, I thought I was onto something. I thought... But it does appear, then, that we... circled... Okay, I think the sound has gone out. Yeah, the sound is bugged out. Thanks, Bethesda. Hopefully it'll pop back on. Okay, I think I see the municipal building there. What is going on with the sound? Oh, I don't think I do enough damage. Okay. I feel like Atlantic City's having a hard time right now, but there's the municipality building. See if we can go through this load zone and save us. And here is the actual sewer grate that connects to the casino quarter.
Ashley. Nope. Wait.
Okay, you guys. Can I come in? Okay, you guys got all the workbenches, I see. What else? Just power armor workbench. Okay, that's not the worst. What's your name?
I should probably invest in a boat to get to work at this rate.
City Hall.
Flooding's getting worse and worse.
Okay, this is very interesting. Because this would be the main base of the Moonies.
I'd stay clear of the showman if I were you.
Yeah.
You're right.
So these are like the postmen and the cops and like the plumber. I don't... City workers, I guess.
Let's see, Joel. Nah, he quit. Ashley.
Oh,
Mondays, am I right? No.
another clown reference. I thought the clown references were only found in the boardwalk. And yet here, another clown reference. Mom never loved you. Got it.
Hey, are you gonna stick around a while longer? Could use someone like
Somebody got
Okay,
to
I
do
don't-
a taste of devil's blood. Not rich or famous. Not yet, anyway.
So yeah, when we were doing the Russo storyline, which is on the Johnny Guitar channel,
We
I
always
guess-
need extra hands on deck at City Hall.
Shut
Consider
up.
joining up.
The oldest son, Vincenzo, used to be a Moonie. Cool, security gate. And it's hard to say who the good guy, you know, like Fallout is always very grayscale. There's not always a clear good guy and a clear bad guy. I mean, it kind of seems though like the municipal. Look at this, an issue of Wasteland. Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, there's a lot of good loot around here, especially knowing that you could be picking up this gear and scrapping it and repairing your shotgun or your weapons or armor. One thing I still haven't found, everybody.
Ever since the overgrown started showing up, I've been eyeing the potted ficus in City Hall. I don't trust it. I wish Buttercup would get rid of that stupid toy horse.
Cool, are you a park ranger?
Hey, you couldn't
Okay,
pay me
let's
enough
keep
to join the
exploring. What do you guys got? What do you guys got around here?
Not your tour guide.
White collar crime. More like red color when I'm done. You don't
So,
look like
this
you're
city's run
supposed
by
to
a
be.
circus, the Godfather, and a bunch of underpaid city
Okay, here we
workers.
go. Another weapons workbench.
They
Tinker's workshop. Okay, so in general, oh, and there you go.
Taste the devil's blood. You know one thing I don't miss? Why not that anyway?
That is nice. That is nice. Is this a new world? Things have been different since the Painters Association dissolved. Well, who am I kidding? They've been different ever since the war.
Head down to the
They
pier and
didn't
catch a
feel
show.
that different thanks to the Moonies holding everything together. But it makes sense they could only invent work for a dying profession so long. It doesn't matter what color your wall is anymore, only that if it's still standing. Despite it all, I'm grateful. Me and Pa are learning new skills. They need more hands to help patch up holes in City Hall, mop up floods, repair pipes. And I've resolved to ask the Forestry Division for arms training. Things are getting more dangerous around here. I guess that means my old life has ended, but it's not over. Now I'm embarking on a new one. No matter what happens, my spirit will live on in the city I call home. In the hearts of those I care about. It gives me the strength to face this new world with my head held high. No more looking back, onward and upward, Nick. Which one of you is
Hey, I
Nick?
could be a showman. I'm real good at wiggling my
I could be a
ears.
showman. I'm really good at wiggling my ears.
Okay,
There's no
bad,
such thing as
bad
time
joke.
off when this
Bad joke. Okay, so we got a bunch of workbenches back there, which is awesome. What we
Think I'll
don't...
head down to the pit and catch a show.
We have ways of getting what we need at City Hall.
You know, where was our water supply? I think there's a water supply in both the boardwalk and the casino. Is there a water supply in here? That would...
So barbaric.
What is this? What are we looking at?
You thinking of sticking around the city center for long? Might want to invest in a swimsuit.
You have a name?
Don't think we've had a chance to chat yet. Figures. Most of the chatting I do is just yelling at faulty wiring. I'm Frida. Frida Lane. I keep the lights on around here. I'm an engineer. Well, I'm the lead engineer, technically. I'm the head of the Power Production and Management Division of the Mayor's Office. Or the PPMD, if you want to save time. It's a fancy way of saying I make sure the power keeps running and that it's diverted to the right places. I oversee all of the other engineers and electricians. I also train them and send them out if anything goes wrong. Things usually go wrong. All right, what is it? Oh, yes! I realize I don't really look the part of a mayor's wife, but if you haven't noticed, the world ended. I doubt schmoozing and political greasing matter much these days. We were farmers, lived on the outskirts of Atlantic City. He was my high school sweetheart. Tim's family had been farmers for generations, and he was set to take over the family farm. I felt stuck. I felt I had to choose between him and pursuing my engineering degree. But we made it work. Tim promised to help me pay for my degree with the profits from the farm. So we married, and he kept his word. I ended up using my expertise to fix up our equipment. It gave us a competitive edge in the area. Ha! Now that's a story. Back in the day, the mayor was a woman named Carly Day, a bland career politician and a notorious coward. When the bombs dropped, she let the mafia and the entertainers who would become the showmen run wild doing whatever they wanted. People were starving and getting sick from dirty water. There was no electricity. They were ready to riot. Turns out entertainment doesn't matter much when you're on death's door. The family got desperate and they came knocking on the farms for food. They underestimated Tim, that's for sure. After he shot their whole raiding party, they got on their knees and pleaded for food. So, he marched over to City Hall and confronted Carly, shotgun in hand. Needless to say, she stepped down and he stepped up. I came with him to help, obviously. We got a group of charitable Samaritans to join up. We've been running things around here ever since. Okay. Is there anything else you need?
Hey, you couldn't pay me enough to there.
Ask away.
This is really good, everybody. We are getting some good lore here on the Moonies, which is pretty much exactly what I wanted for these Atlantic City videos. Okay, so we're learning about how Atlantic City was formed after the bombs dropped, and okay, cool.
Short attention span, probably. I assume uni is short for municipal, as in municipal government, which is what we are. I think the family and the showmen were the ones who started it up. Meant to be derogatory, no doubt. We don't care much to stop it. We've got bigger problems than a nickname. Formally, we're known as the mayor's office. To be blunt, we handle basically everything. Electricity, food, clean water, trade, medicine, security. They make sure the people of Atlantic City are taken care of. It's exhausting work, but no one else is going to do it. Let's see now. There's my department, Power Production and Management Division. We produce electricity and distribute it. I also handle the Water Purification and Distribution Division. Same thing, just with clean water instead of power. There's the Internal Revenue Service. Buttercup heads that. They're in charge of, collecting taxes to keep everything running. They're the auditors you've probably seen around town. Then there's the Agricultural and Caravanning Services. Tim oversees that himself. He manages the output of the farms on the outskirts and ensures the farmers and their farm hands are all properly compensated. Additionally, they distribute food in the city so no one goes hungry. They also trade with the caravans round here for essentials. There's the Emergency Services Division. Anna runs that. They're the paramedics and firefighters. Dispatchers. She makes sure every emergency is addressed and that the right people are sent to handle it. Finally, there's the Pine Barrens Forestry Division led by Sloan. They're basically our park rangers. They handle the overgrown threat. You won't see them around City Hall much, as they spend the day usually scouting the perimeter of the city.
Okay, everybody, that gives us a couple more named characters we probably should find. We've got Mayor Tim. We've got Buttercup, who runs the auditors. We've got Sloan of the Forest Rangers, and we've got Anna of the Emergency Services. So let's poke around this area and see if we can't run into some of those people.
Anything else on your mind?
No, I don't think. Well, do you need any help, actually?
Me? Oh, no. I may moan, but I've got everything under control.
Okay.
I appreciate your attitude. My husband might have some work for you at some point. He's the mayor, but he doesn't look it.
Got it. We'll keep an eye out for him.
If there's a later. Stay safe out there.
Okay. Thank you, Frida Lane. So, we'll keep an eye out for Tim. Or anyone else. One thing though, yeah, sorry the like sound of that motor was kind of loud, everybody. I don't know if that...
Stupid toy.
I wish I knew Tim's secret. How does he keep his cool?
Yeah, how does Tim keep his cool?
Buttercup is a different breed. Trust me.
I want to meet this Buttercup person. This sounds terrifying. Okay, who are you guys? Buttercup? Anyone named Buttercup? Oh, ouch. Who are you, Buttercup?
You look a bit worse for wear.
Oh, you're
Still,
Anna. Okay,
leagues better
yeah.
than the rest of us.
Let's talk to Anna for a moment.
Oh, you weren't the last caller, were you? Listen, I didn't expect things to escalate so quickly. Wait, no, the voice doesn't match. Well, that was a botched first impression if I've ever seen one. I'm Anna. I work dispatch for the mayor's office. Ah, was it the eye twitching or the premature aging that gave it away? I'm on call practically 24/7, making sure no one in this city croaks. That doesn't leave much time for, you know, living. No one else wants to do this, and I can't stop now. I am glued to the radio all day, every day, waiting for emergency calls to come in. Could be someone's Uncle Bob having a heart attack, could be the Overgrown taking down another power line. Regardless, it's my job to take these calls and make sure the right personnel are sent out to resolve it. I'm just the middle woman, really. Shoot. If they aren't the cause of them, sure. They're both supposed to enforce the peace in the city. Kinda like pre-war police. They're only good at that when it's civvies having a drunken fight or some street thug trying his luck. Otherwise, it's two showmen fighting over who's the best performer. Or two wise guys, throwing hands after the decency of someone's ma came into question. Medical, fire, environmental emergencies, you name it. If it's a problem, we need to take care of it. Recently, the overgrown have become the source of most of our calls, and there's been a massive uptick in calls overall. You can guess why I'm not exactly pleased about that. Sure, if you say so. See you around.
No, wait. Red?
This city's run by a
I love your
circus,
vacation
Godfather,
wear.
and a bunch of other
Maybe I should
city
join the
workers.
Moonies.
I'd stay clear of the showman if I were you.
Change.
Well, now, here's a face I haven't seen before. I'm Mayor Tim, the front runner, if you will, of this humble metropolis. Welcome to Atlantic City, stranger. We just make the best of what we got. You should have seen this place in its heyday. It was a real architectural feat. There was time to stop and admire the beauty of the city. Then the world ended, and we were overrun by monsters, and had our bellies and hearts stripped of sustenance. Now this building's just a reminder of all our crushed dreams. Everything in life is ephemeral. It ebbs and flows. Sometimes things are good, too good, and other times life comes crashing down around you over and over again. We just happen to be living in the latter time. Buildings are a little more permanent than people, and ideas, well, they're the most immortal ones of all. One day, City Hall will rise again. Might not be in my lifetime, but it will. And I may have some answers for you.
Have you been outside the city?
No, I wasn't. I used to be a farmer, if you can believe that. Yep, used to reap the land on the outskirts of Atlantic City. Just my wife Frida and I. Doomsday sort of ruined my retirement.
I'm worried too much.
By convincing my livestock to vote for me. No, in all seriousness, the situation in Atlantic City after the bombs was grim. The previous mayor was a woman named Carly Day. She was elected mayor during the before times, and it just carried over. But she was doing nothing, letting everyone starve and crime skyrocket. People were getting desperate. Soon there wasn't enough food, even for the kingpins. That's when the family came knocking at my door. Keyword there is try. My wife's an engineer and managed to keep the soil on our land purified. We had some of the only viable crops in the area. The family wanted it all for themselves. They were pretty surprised when I took all but one of their raiding party out with my shotgun. Then, it became more of a negotiation. The one fellow I left alive told me about how bad things had gotten in the city proper. I knew if I didn't do something, Atlantic City would crumble.
What's a plane gonna do? Throw at me? Hey, go head down to the pier and catch a shower.
I made my way down to City proper and marched on into City Hall. Met with Carly Day. She wasn't willing to listen to reason, so I gave her an ultimatum. Either she agrees to start doing her job, or gets the hell out of Dodge and lets someone else do it. In a moment of divine inspiration, she chose to flee. No one else wanted to take over her job. You've got the threat of the mafia breathing down your neck, and the showmen were just forming around that time too. So I stepped up to the plate. And that was the start of Atlantic City's rebirth. A bit of this and a lot of that. My wife Frida could probably give you a more cohesive breakdown. Easy answer is, we make sure everyone is fed, watered, safe, and comfortable. We grow the food and promote trade in and out of the city. as well as handle the water purification and the electricity output. And more recently, we've been taking care of the overgrown issue. I like to call it trimming the hedges.
Think I'll head down
Fair
to
enough.
catch a
Anything else I can do for you? I guess you could say I've always been this way. You sound like you've been talking to Frida. I've just never really felt stressed or worried.
Hey, you couldn't think.
Never really knew anxiety was a thing until other people told me about it. Life's just a wave, and I'm watching it from the shore. It was a pleasure. Safe travels.
The elites got it good. But I wouldn't do for a taste. New to Atlantic City? Or
I should
are you
probably
lucky
invest in
enough
a boat to get to
live
work at this
here?
rate. The flooding's only getting worse and worse.
Okay, that was actually really cool. I think we got a lot of really nice lore there from Mayor Tim and Anna, and how he's basically a farmer who just kind of... You know what I like about this, everybody? I actually, more than like, I love that there is a cohesive backstory to Atlantic City, the lore of what happened. Are we in the...
Mondays, am I right?
Sorry, I'm just
No,
looking
it's
for
Thursday.
Buttercup. I love that there's a cohesive lore, and it's not just, oh, the gangs, the showmen, the mafia, but someone over at Bethesda was like, you know, how are these people eating? Who's taking care of electricity? How is the electricity even working in the casino quarter? Well, it looks like they kind of thought all this up, and they created the Moonies, a civilian government type. Brilliant idea, everybody. Brilliant
I
idea.
don't like you. I'm just doing my job.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay, well, I don't think I've met Buttercup yet.
Doors.
You sure one of you isn't Buttercup?
Careful out there.
No, okay.
Anything that crawls out of the pine barrens is...
So one thing I am keeping in mind, everybody, is that... Okay, it's great fort. Looks awesome, guys. Okay. Awesome. The Moonies are cool. A lot of workbenches in there.
Looks like Anna drank a
I've seen quite a few cooking benches here in this area.
Probably not, considering he's still alive.
What are those sounds? Is that just like the sounds of the swamp? Just gross swamp sounds? What is going on? Okay, just keep moving. More workbenches. I love it. One thing that I haven't seen... which I know exists because I've seen it during my playthrough with the Russo family. But one thing I haven't seen is a chemistry bench. I've not seen... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay. I know that a chemistry bench does exist, though, because it's, like I said, it's part of the Russo storyline, so... So somewhere here, now what would a low-level character do as a chemistry bench? Chems, mostly, right? I mean, because at a Tinker's bench, I can make delicious, delicious explosives. So I don't need those. Oh, am I... You know, one thing that is definitely lacking from all of Atlantic City, as far as I can tell, everybody, as far as I've been able to ascertain, I have not seen a stash box. That's right, everybody. No stash box. We've seen some workbenches. In fact, we've seen all of the workbenches, and I know that somewhere here in the flooded city is a chemistry workbench. So don't worry, they do exist. What is this? Some sort of stage? But yes, once again, one thing we definitely haven't seen is a stash box, which actually gives us kind of a very interesting challenge. Because now my character, my low-level character I'm going to be bringing here to Atlantic City soon, kind of a roleplay fashion, immersive roleplay, that character is not going to have access to all of the good stuff they have at home in Appalachia. No, they will be limited to literally what they can carry. Because here in Fallout 76, nice. Here in Fallout 76, you're definitely not going to be able to like stash junk in a container. There's no safe containers. Perhaps workbenches might be a safe place to store your junk, but I kind of doubt it. I really do. Like, maybe they would be a safe place to store junk while you're logged in, but I feel like the moment you log out, that stuff is gone. This is going to give a very interesting survival boardwalk. Oh, I can go, okay, awesome, I can go straight to the boardwalk. This is going to put a very interesting survival mechanic on my character here in Atlantic City. This character is going to have to essentially survive with only the gear that they can carry with them. And we will be holding our character to survival mechanics such as eating, sleeping, staying hydrated. That's all going to be very important to our character. Okay, let me just... Who lit these candles? Okay, is this does not appear to be the clown serial killer, because, I mean, yes, you have tools, duct tape, creepy stuff. A Teddy Fear, but no clown stuff, lots of candles. Is there a totally different, unconnected serial killer? Apparently so. Apparently there are multiple serial killers just running about. What just hit me? This particular part of the map doesn't have a ton in it. It's part of the Russo family Jersey Devil main boss fight. But there is one thing we've been missing here in the flooded city center, and it appears that there's been a new expedition that's been added to this region. Okay, I feel like I'm... Oh, this is the area. I think the chemistry workbench is somewhere around here. I definitely remember wandering about these buildings. Shit. Okay, we're gonna... Oh god. Why? Oh god. Okay, cool. Looks like I'm in danger. The overgrown are no... Oh god. That. A low-level character is going to have a miserable time trying to take down the overgrown. I'm also a low-level character, but I'm decent. 151, doing decent damage, not great damage, but decent damage, and I'm having a hard time. So you can imagine a low-level character's only option would be to run when they come up against the overgrown. Okay, well, we didn't find the chemistry workbench, but like I said, I know it's there. I can watch previous episodes of my Russo family adventure on the Johnny Guitar channel, which I will do. But I think for now we've found a lot of things. It's definitely possible for a low-level character to survive here in Atlantic City, especially using the city hall here. There's no stash box here in Atlantic City as far as I can tell, so that will always be a challenge. But yeah, I think we're gonna do it. And then yes, I think in a future video very soon here, we will do the Flooded City Center expedition, because I have not actually done that one before. But yeah, stay tuned to Johnny Guitar. I think we're going to be doing an immersive Fallout 76 roleplay here in the next couple weeks. Thank you so much for watching the Johnny Guitar channel. We'll see you next time we play Fallout 76 Atlantic City.